Nolan Wells is one of those cases that people going to keep on their mind for they and look, no one feels good about this case because we don't feel confident that they're going to solve this without some pushback or something crazy happening for somebody to realize that people are not going the way they're not playing. But I want you to hear this right here from someone that does autopsies. So check this out.
I've done hundreds of autopsies on infants, toddlers, young teens, young adults, senior citizens, obese, morbidly obese, different ethnicities, suicides, murders, accidents, natural causes. I've done them all. So when you tell me there was an absence of the interior structure of the neck, my question is why and where is it? Was it recovered with the remains, or were the remains like this when you retrieve the remains? What part of his neck is missing? Has the soft tissue been preserved, or did the water damage or anything else disrupt what could possibly be used as information to find out the cause of death? Because if his neck is missing, then what caused his injury? The structural integrity of a neck, unless it was decapitated or dealt severe trauma, should be intact. So where's the portion of his neck? The interior, the inside of his neck is missing. Why? What can cause that type of damage to the neck and then the trauma to the back of the head? Did they strike him in the back of the head and stab him? Or did they shoot him in the neck? Right? And he falls back and he hits his head. In which case, in my humblest opinion, he was murdered. And the individuals who was with him should no longer be walking the earth. There is no justice, only just us. And in this situation, it's perfectly okay to embrace your Satans and enact revenge on the participants. They don't know nothing, don't worry about it. You will not need to know anything else after I'm done with you. The only thing your people need to know is how to summon and or evoke you on your birthday and holidays. To include the parents. The boy was murdered. I've done more than enough autopsies to know the structural integrity of a human body. And very rare will there be an incident outside of blatant murder where a person takes a knife and attacks your neck to where the structural integrity of one's neck, even with a broken neck, the structural integrity of your neck is intact. Unless your head was ripped off or damn near ripped off. I've done hundreds of.
Damn. You know what's sad about this? It seemed like things was done to him in order to make it confusing. Not only make it confusing, I don't do no type of work like this, but for somebody that does this type of work like this gentleman right here, he's letting you know it's no reason for it to still not be there. Even another lady I watched, she said they can do things like that, but they put it back. Like if they take your throat out, it sounds crazy when you say it, but I remember this is a person that's unallowed. They can take your throat out, but put it back because just in case something is missed, they just can't send your body on, and then all of a sudden your neck has been opened up, but your throat is missing, or your lungs is missing. It's going to be confusing. Like, well, hold up, well, what happened here? It's going to look like the boy end up passing away during during the autopsy. I said autopsy, but he didn't. So it's starting to look more and more confusing. That's why this going to be a wild case. It's going to be a wild case to be able to solve. I would think, because of all the hands that has touched his body, the To handle a body a certain way. I don't know how you're supposed to handle a body, but I do know this from just delivering to funeral homes. You can tell the way they handle bodies with care. It don't look like they handle his body with care. It look like they handle his body with dealing with all types of things. Like it's like you had a phone call made to these offices stating, "Hey, we need certain things to be done to make it look like nobody did any harm to him. This was not foul play." That's what it's looking like. A phone call was made. Now everybody got their hand into the situation. It's sad, man. The way things are looking right now, it's looking mighty crazy to the point where it's not making no sense. I'm just saying, when things ain't making sense, and start getting to a point where as though certain things just ain't adding up, and when things don't add up, it becomes a problem. Trust and believe.
So according to Cito, they never towed the boat, and they want nothing more to do with this investigation into the death of Nolan Wells. So if they didn't tow the boat because further assistance was already met, who and what boats assisted them? Where did they go, and where's the GPS for those boats? That would also mean that they lied.
All right, y'all. I want to talk about this Nolan Wells case, right? There's a lot of things going on with this. We talked about it a couple of times on the Discord. We even had a private conversation talking about it on Patreon. I've been trying my best to kind of follow this through and follow all the details. I can definitely tell y'all that this is something that definitely does not look good. If we take everything that's going on, everything we've heard from people acting strange, friends deleting messages.
In the messages, Nolan appears to have sent his friend Christian his location. However, when Christian replied back and asked him what was the location he sent him, Nolan allegedly texted back, "Over." Now, if you're wondering why I'm using the word allegedly, although the message is coming from Nolan's phone, it's because Nolan's family recently revealed text messages were deleted from his phone before his so-called friends returned it. And get this. According to Nolan's parents, the friends didn't willingly return the phone. His parents actually tracked his phone and had them return it. Now, social media is trying to decipher what exactly the over message meant. And if the message was sent at the time Nolan was missing, it makes sense why the friends have lawyered up.
People just doing the weirdest things. And then
This goes to show you that all the things that's happening right now, people are trying to cover their steps. They trying to make it look confusing. Not only making it look confusing, but they making it very hard to solve. Reason why it's not probably hard to solve this case is because if cops was to do their job, they would be able to solve it. But it looks like Mississippi police, um, sheriff or whatever you want to call him, chief or whatever, don't look like he really wants to solve this case because they probably already know. Got the phone call. They already know what really happened with him, but they're going to make it look as though we don't really have any evidence. We don't really know what really happened. That's because they don't give a damn. Don't give a damn. When they don't give a damn, they're not going to solve the case. So, I think from this point on, we're not going to be confused about if the case going to get solved tonight. It looked like you have to have an outside come in. That's if they want to do anything. But damn, for him to be buried now and this case still go on like this and nobody got arrested, like, come on. They just had a dude that was so-called his friend do an interview. Come on. Make it make sense.
other people trying to make people feel like they should feel some type of way for even having any type of indication that friends could do this to friends. Yes, the fuck they can. I personally think something went wrong out there. And in the last conversation, we talked about it before. I said that I think there was some foul play involved somewhere. And whether it was somebody deliberately did it or somebody made a mistake and an accident happened, the fact is, whatever happened, there's a cover up going on. And maybe whoever had a part to play in this felt like they could get away with this. It's looking strange, man, but people are asking questions. There's now $100,000 reward that's offered in the case. So people starting to talk, dog.
$1,000 reward is now being offered for answers after the mysterious death of Mississippi teenager Nolan Wells. His mother speaking at the 18-year-old's funeral yesterday.
We will miss everything about him, from his quiet nature to the corny jokes His gentle smile, a piece of our hearts will always be missing.
Wells was last seen alive on a July 4th boat trip with friends to an island off the Mississippi coast. They returned without him, saying he stayed behind after meeting a girl. His body was found nearby 2 days later. His father yesterday fighting back tears, remembering the college wide receiver who dreamed of one day playing in the NFL.
I nicknamed you Mr. Cool Hands because it seemed like you was catching a touchdown every game.
Delivering the eulogy, the Reverend Al Sharpton announcing a $50,000 reward for information leading to an arrest and conviction.
I'm going to tell you the thing that really strikes me that I didn't think about till now. I thought about it before, but I forgot to mention it. Check this out. You ever think about this? And this is something that makes sense, complete sense. How the hell is he found at that island, right there near that island, with no boats around? There's no way your body is found with nothing around when everybody was there on that island, but your body is found right there at that island, floating near that island, should I say. No one knew that you was there because you was there with everybody. So nobody seen nothing. So you slipped and fell, was unalived. You unalived yourself, and then they found your body because somehow it wasn't told that you couldn't swim. It was told that you can swim. You already know the story don't make sense. You also know that it's nothing but lies. Lies on top of lies. The longer you lie about a situation like this, lets everybody know that foul play was done. But the only problem is we have right now is we got a law enforcement that's in Mississippi that don't want to do their job. Why? Because they want to cover their steps to make sure their buddies and friends and their judges are clear. Hopefully they get an arrest soon. Hopefully something happens. But right now we looking at a situation where so they just thinking they gonna sweep this under the rug, and they're not gonna be able to. Too many eyeballs onto the situation now. I'll be safe out here. Like and subscribe.